Almost all the wonders of the world were chosen because they have a long history. It's not only about how the building still stands, but also about its artistic value and cultural significance. Everything should reflect the history and traditions of the place where this building stands. Imagine, for hundreds, or even thousands of years, these buildings have faced a wide variety of challenges: rain, storms, heat, and earthquakes, yet they can still stand firmly, despite being built in an age where technology was not as sophisticated as it is now. So, how can these buildings remain standing strong? That is the big question we will discuss this time. We start from the land of the bamboo curtain, where one of the wonders of the world, the Great Wall of China, stands tall. Its length reaches 8,850 kilometers. In fact, one study stated it stretches up to 21,200 kilometers. In its history, this wall was built by Emperor Qin Shi Huang in the 3rd century BC, with the goal of preventing attacks from nomadic tribes. The Great Wall of China was not built all at once, but rather as a series of walls and fortifications constructed gradually over several hundred years. During that time, about 100 million tons of bricks, stones, and earth were used, an impressive feat considering the wall was built before modern construction technology existed, relying entirely on traditional materials found in the surrounding area. Before bricks and stone blocks were introduced, the wall was simply made by compacting earth, wood, and even reeds. According to research from Zhejiang University, the builders also used a mixture of lime, water, and rice flour as a binding agent. There were no machines back then. Everything was transported by hand, on human backs, or using carts and animals to build thousands of kilometers of wall. However, there is a tragic story behind its construction. More than 300,000 people, including conscripted soldiers, prisoners, and farmers, were forced to complete this project in freezing weather, with minimal food supplies, and on steep mountain slopes. In the process, the Great Wall of China claimed around 400,000 lives. From the Great Wall of China, we move to Peru to see one of the 7 wonders of the world, Machu Picchu, one of the greatest witnesses to the glory of the Inca Empire. Located about 2,400 meters above sea level in the Andes Mountains, deep within the forest, it is the only site not destroyed by the Spanish during their colonization. The reason? Spain never found this hidden city. Machu Picchu was only rediscovered and introduced to the world 400 years later, in 1911, by an explorer named Hiram Bingham. Interestingly, about 75% of Machu Picchu's structures are still original, consisting of 2 main complexes connected by more than 3,000 steps. The site also features an advanced irrigation system, proving the remarkable sophistication of Inca civilization. Looking at its construction, the question arises, how could this site remain so sturdy for hundreds of years? The most likely theory is that the Incas had mastered a construction technique known as ashlar. Workers polished and carved granite stones with extreme precision so that each fit perfectly with the next, leaving no gaps, despite not using mortar or clay as adhesive. This method made the structures earthquake-resistant, even though Machu Picchu was built directly on a tectonic fault line. If you think Machu Picchu is the most amazing, wait until you visit Jordan. About 233 kilometers from the capital city of Amman, hidden in a lowland among the mountains, lies Petra. This ancient city was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1985 and, in 2007, was crowned as one of the 7 wonders of the world. Petra was once the capital of the Nabatean kingdom, established in 312 BC, long before the Roman Empire. What's truly amazing is that the city was carved directly into red sandstone cliffs. Its architecture was shaped by cutting into sheer rock faces, creating monumental facades that resemble high-tech structures even by today's standards. How was it possible to build such a city from steep rock? One possible answer lies in the Nabateans' knowledge of the seasons, astronomical events, and the movement of the sun. Situated in a desert region with steep mountains, the area received short but intense bursts of rain. To protect the city from flash floods, architects designed massive aqueducts and reservoirs to collect and store water. The builders were highly skilled, yet their numbers were small, and the work required extreme care and patience. As a result, it took nearly 500 years to complete Petra into the awe-inspiring city we see today. This site has been repeatedly included in the list of the 7 wonders of the world, both in modern and ancient versions. Of the 7 sites included in the list of wonders of the ancient world, the pyramids of Giza are the only ones still standing, an authentic structure from ancient Egypt. One of the unsolved riddles is how the pyramid, standing 146 meters tall, has remained intact for 4,500 years. About 23 million stone blocks were used, each weighing between 2.5 tons to as much as 70 tons, and the construction was completed in just 27 years. Many historians believe there were around 20,000 to 30,000 stonemasons, engineers, architects, and other craftsmen who planned and built the pyramid. This theory is supported by archaeological findings of a village built specifically to house thousands of workers. These workers likely came from distant settlements along the Nile in search of employment. In addition, archaeologists have found tombs over 4,000 years old that followed the same burial rituals as those for the kings of ancient Egypt, indicating that the workers were highly respected and not slaves. As for how the pyramid was built, the debate continues. Archaeologists claim to have discovered evidence of a construction method involving a system for transporting and moving stone blocks from the quarry to the pyramid site. This system is thought to have been a sloping ramp, combined with sledges, where workers could haul the massive stones using ropes all the way to the top. While this may sound straightforward, another problem arises. To reach the top of the pyramid, the ramp would need to be about 1.8 kilometers long. Building such a ramp would have been an even larger project, possibly a greater challenge than constructing the pyramid itself. For this reason, the sloping ramp theory still requires further proof.